might conceivably save is not wisdom, it is indolence. You remember his words well, indeed. Archon Louisoix lived by that personal creed, and used every means at his disposal to bring succor to those in need, Charlian or no. One loved and admired your grandfather more than his son. Yes, Fortuneau could not reconcile Louisoix's deeds with the philosophy of their forebears and his peers, a philosophy in which he believed so fervently, yet made a pariah of his father. Fortuneau agonized over the contradiction for much of his life. God's father. Son may carry his father's blood, but his choices are his own to bear. It is not always thus. Gods know Fortuneau's cranky old goat, so I'm sure you butt heads often enough. Yet even so, you must know that you are constantly in his thoughts every moment of every day. That is not an exaggeration in the slightest. You should have seen him when you were born. Barely recognizable he was, with a kind of dumbfounded grin I'd not seen since he first took fancy to your mother. He was practically skipping when he told me the news. Take my word for it, he loves you and to an embarrassing degree. But he is always frustratingly single-minded. Once he has decided that he has given action its best, he will stay the course no matter who or what opposes him. Profoundly annoying habit when you're on the other end of it, as I'm sure you will agree. I'll say, thank you for your insight. When next we meet our parents, I shall mention that we spoke. Try not to get me into too much trouble now. I need the form on my side. Speaking of which, I ought to be getting back to work. I have to make sure the specimens you brought make it to their proper places, or the cranky old goat will have my hide. We can speak again later. Hail, you three. Surely Cockle hasn't driven you out of the forge already. Better for worse, no. However, he has set me with a task that requires more than my single pair of hands, and here you are. I could use at least one of you, but I won't object to more. Unfortunately, Alice and I have prior commitments, and we have delayed too long as it is. What about you, Zoe? Can you spare the time? Sure. I'm doing nothing else, I guess. Perfect. This shouldn't take long. That's what we all say. Oh, level up too. Nice. What do I get? Is it 90 that I get fucking doubled down? Once forged, an unspecified task awaits you. In the event that our, and I quote, promised heap of adamantite falls right out of the bloody sky into my lap, Master Coco wishes to be ready to put the proverbial hammer to the anvil at a moment's notice. To fabricate these parts, however, he needs the flames in Cockle's forge to burn hotter. He sent me to increase the amount of aether being funneled to his furnaces. Flow of fire aspected aether in Labyrinthios is regulated by an elemental reactor south of here, which I have borrowed the key. The adjustments will require 2 people to carry out safely, but I can explain the process when we arrive. This is where we part then. We'll see you in Charlie and Hamlet once the adamantite arrives, if not before. You'll finally back to the story after 17 quests in like 4 hours. This way then. Nuts. Go southeast, say less. Where? There. Da-dum, da-dum, da-dum. Staying with the Aether current allows you to better understand the wind's movements. What have we done? Reactor is housed within this facility. I'll be the one to go inside and justify our Aether output. When I do, a rather large amount of water aspected Aether will issue from the vent at the top. I expect this to attract at least a few elementals, which we would both rather not be drawn to the reactor itself, trust me. When I ask that you put down any that draw too near, they'll pose you little trouble, I'm sure. Sure do. Wait here if you would. I see. I did it. Look. Got him. Oh. Any more? Nope. What's up, Graha? Did everything go smoothly out here? Relatively. Not that as much. No major complications to speak of inside either. The water Aether appears to be venting properly. I expect Cockle will have seen a difference in his forge flames by the time we return. Did I have you here? There was another matter I thought to discuss with you. Nothing terribly important, merely something I've been considering. Part of this I share with everyone, yet you, and only you, have been to help us. As we have established, refined adamantite is a product of a lag, of the Empire's twilight years, in fact. It's a material which saw much use as part of the Allegan's efforts to extend beyond the bounds of this world. Dalamud, of course, being the most prominent. Of those who would push further, expand Alag's empire to encompass the heavens and the stars above. Perhaps the greatest was its infamous technologist Amon. Fucking Van Daniel, dude. Do you remember his life as Hermes? I believe he has his own reasons. There is no evidence to suggest that he retained memories of his former life. He only joined the Asians once the Empire was all but dust, as you know. If not his memories, though, what drove him to pursue the idea with such fervor? It may seem far-fetched, but what if soul-like minds have a personality, so to speak? A natural disposition toward which they are inclined. That would, be evident of like the Azim stuff. We know with relative certainty that there was a gross decadence and an inexorable decline of Alag that moved Amon to resurrect Emperor Zonde. The Empire's people spoke lightly of death and destruction, experimenting on those they deemed beneath them to fill the emptiness in their hearts. I'm facilitating Zonde's return, or in facilitating Zonde's return, Amon provided these languid souls with the means to free themselves from the mire of their own indolence. Or would have, had not Zande been convinced by his own death that life was meaningless. Bond's desire for his countrymen to conquer the heavens could only be a means to the same end, to instill the people with new purpose. Like armies before him, Bond was appalled by those around him who lived, but could never bring himself to believe that those lives were devoid of meaning. And both of them sought that meaning, that hope in the distant stars. Such is my theory, anyway. Ultimately, it's the consequence of their actions which matters. Their motives are of no moment, and yet, to reach those stars and wings of adamantite, to travel to the ends of creation and beyond, promise of hope everlasting. How much I do understand. But enough musing for now. Why don't we see how Cockle is getting on? Okay. Back to the forge. Jesus. Can I just loop? This place loop. See if it loops. Boom. Can I get to over here? Pretty please. Aha, there it is. The sweet aether current we seek. Gimme. Bum bum. Da, 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 da. What's up, Cockle? What you got? Phew, I can feel those flames ablazing from here. Glad you found someone capable, Graha. There's not much left for you to do, unless you can conjure up that refined adamantium any faster. Bonds of adamantite. I do trust you to deliver on your promise. I do. Only. I hate waiting. I want the adamantite. I want it now. We share the same impatience, I assure you. If there's truly nothing else we can assist with in the meantime, I wish the sit about's unbearable. Pity the forums frowned on recreational explosives. Well, so long as they can't prove it was permitted, or as long as they can't prove it was premeditated, get you gone. I've made mistakes to make. In that case, I suppose I should go and return the key to the reactor. I'll have one more look to make sure that nothing's gone wrong, intentionally or otherwise. I'm certain there are better uses for your time. However, I'll join you in Charlie and Hamlet anon. Charlie and Hamlet, sure. Wait here, your companions are bound to turn up sooner or later. Sure. I'll wait here for the longest time ever. Hopefully some story progress happens soon.
All set, I take it?
Holy fuck, we have voice acting. It only took 4 hours. Oh my god.
We finished what we could, delivered supplies, tracked down escaped animals, trivial tasks as they may be.
That's enough, don't you think? If there was anything more important still undone, that would be a problem in itself.
The vessel is essentially ready for departure. All that remains is to load the final batch of supplies and see everyone on board. Once we've readied the ether burner, that is.
Ah, had a feeling we might find you all here.
Our consultations with the Loperites, too, have run their course. Pleased I am to say that our researchers' concerns have for the most part been allayed, though some insist on making adjustments to the very end. For their part, Livingway and her peers have graciously offered to stay and keep the people company, lest any lingering queries go unanswered.
All that remains is to wait for the refined adamantite.
Alphino, are you there? It's me, Cryo. Your special delivery has arrived. Round up everyone and come to the harbor at once.
Yes, adamantium's here.
Speak of the devil. Let us go at once.
Oh. If there?
Forgive the intrusion, Master Fortuner. I bring urgent news. A great commotion has broken out in Scholar's Harbor. Your presence is requested with all speed.
It's just the supplies getting there? I guess if it's from fucking everyone and their mother.
Now, where might this delivery be? Oh.
Holy shit. Wanted a little bit. We got all of it. Noted. Holy fuck.
I'm sure it's very important, but we cannot accept these without the proper permits.
By the 12! Surely, these can't all be.
Time to build the entire ship out of adamantium.
Bleeding hellfire! They're bringing them by sea and by air. All these folks in these crates.
That's what happens. You got connections.
And more on the way. Got your adamantite right here. A bigger haul than any of these sorry bastards brought, and that's no lie.
Ooh. Fucking got him, dude.
Yes, because you were charged with seeing the shipments from Gridania and Uldar here, along with your own. Give credit where credit is due.
Oh, now the truth comes out, dude.
Sounds like the sorry whinging of a sore loser. And a hypocrite to boot. Ain't no way a scrawny whelp like you took a dozen steps inside a Dalamant shard.
I'll have you know, I went all the way to the entrance. Furthermore, 'twas my contacts that enabled us to enlist the cooperation of the Sky Pirates.
Left you outside so you wouldn't get anyone killed, did they? Well then, credit where credit's due, you did a right fine job sitting on your ass.
Take that back.
Take that back.
Make me.
I'm not touching you.
I will not stoop to your level.
My, what a grand welcome party.
Oh, there's a Ninja Turtle Pog.
Hancock and Saraban. We come bearing relics both sacred and elegant, as well as a few other gifts that may be of help, to be presented with best wishes from the Eastern Alliance.
Damn. Well, wants a piece of the cake,
Our friends
dude.
in Bosnia, for instance, have sent along a few artifacts for the brave allies of the Resistance. That's you.
I myself have come with a sacred relic of the Kojin. Upon learning of your need, Bunchin bade me deliver it on behalf of the Blue with all haste.
Bunchin.
Fearing I could not swim here with the necessary speed, however, I thought to beg our Confederate allies for aid. To my delight, Hancock was already preparing for departure at the self-same port, and had space for additional cargo.
Yeah, hell yeah, dude. What a homie.
We did, of course, need quite the impressive vessel to get it all here in time. Fortunately, our majestic associates have been more than helpful. 'Tis an honor to join the Warrior of Light on another adventure, they tell me.
That is all wonderful to hear, but what of the extraordinary cost? I shudder to think of the ransom we must pay for such a bounty.
Stop the end of days, dude.
Fret not for your coin purse, young Alphino. Lord Lolorito looks ever towards the profits of the future, and thus the East Aldenar Trading Company went to some lengths to reduce the financial liability. And since the Scions funded the entire venture, not a gill need be rendered up in compensation. Everything is already yours.
Oh, we got it for free, baby.
We funded the venture. When?
Oh,
Don't
God.
let the name fool you. This coin keeper knows a thing or two about spending. When it comes to capital investiture, a sprinkling of gil here and there will not do. You need enough savings to make waves when it really counts, which is why frugality is paramount.
I see.
We also have the benefit of a generous patron. Generous being rather an understatement. She has supported us from the shadows since the very founding of the Scions.
It's a fucking bomb,
And
isn't it?
we even had coffers to fill.
Got him. Fucking got him. Where's the daddy gonna be like, my fucking money, that bitch.
I remain, of course, an entirely neutral party. I simply thought our family's coffers were needlessly full. We can hardly take them with us on your teeny-tiny toy boat, now can we? And 'twould be a shame to leave all that hard-earned wealth unspent.
Damn.
Waste not.
Jesus. He's so mad right now, dude. He's like, motherfucking kids, motherfucking wife.
However did you manage so much in so short a time now? We expected word to reach only a fraction of our allies.
Did I not tell you I have my ways?
Oh, shit.
You were involved too.
I received a letter from Cryo after we parted ways in Labyrinthos. She explained what the Scions were trying to accomplish, and why you might soon require the services of the Gleaners, spread across the world as we are. I pray you do not interpret this as a betrayal of Charlotte. I accept that the Forum's aim in pushing us to our limits was to preserve what knowledge we have, and I bear you no ill will for it. Yet, in collecting that knowledge, what I came to appreciate most about our star is that there remains so much we do not know. That is why I chose to help the Scions, to combat the obliteration of those countless, undiscovered wonders. I held no illusions that they would be less demanding taskmasters, though, rest assured, if I had, I would have been sorely disappointed. To make a long story short, the whole of the guild ship cooperated to ensure your call was heard far and wide.
Got him, dude. Dad's mad as fuck. Got the whole squad. Oh, dude, there they are, dude. There's Sid.
What's this about a ship that can fly to the moon? And why didn't you mention it sooner? The one time you don't beg my aid, there's a bloody ship that can fly to the moon.
Sid, you brought the team.
You brought the team.
Of course. Garland Ironworks' finest. You need only point us towards my new favorite ship.
It's fucking Alpha and Omega team.
Oh, I nearly forgot. We stopped by Whirlit before coming here and picked up a package from Gaius.
What is it?
He's still of the mind that actions make for better penance than words, contrite or otherwise, so we offer none of the latter. What he sent is an Allegan relic Valens used in his weapons experiments. Has a fair bit of refined adamantite in it too.
Ooh.
As you like us not suspect, we've also brought adamantite for Mordona's Dalamud shard. I admit to some consternation upon first receiving Kryl's message. So few scions remain at the Rising Stones now. Far too few for such an expedition. However, the Gleaners were able to secure us reinforcements. Idleshire's treasure hunters, not least among them. I know. How the Gobbyflock fought.
The Gobbyflock.
Slovitz's gratitude for the safe return of his daughter has not waned, and he gathered his kin to our side with an astounding quickness. The clash between their machina and the Allegan defences was a sight to behold. I wager even you would have been impressed by the magnitude of the Gobby booms.
Fascinating as all this is, I fail to see how it explains your presence here. Does Razat Khan not have more pressing concerns?
Nah. I mean, he's just the fucking... He's the... proxy.
We do. Yet averting the final days would be the most expedient solution. That, and I am indebted to you.
Ooh. Damn right. Where's my compensation? What'd you bring?
Though they chose to take their leave of Thavnair, those you saved in Galimund remain my people. My gratitude is beyond words. 'Tis appropriate that I aid you in kind. If in the doing we bring salvation to others of this star, so much the better. You will recall that I spoke of my father, Midgard Summer, and his journey across the great expanse.
Yep.
As he traveled betwixt the stars, his resplendent scales drank of the ether in those nigh empty surrounds, and imparted to him the strength to persevere.
Aye.
Thinking they might further your cause, I called out to my kin for consent. Ajdaya's answer was silence, as ever. Tiamat and Chrisvelgre, however, responded favorably to the suggestion. My sire, too, stirred from his slumber long enough to speak and say, "Very well." Thus have I brought you his own worm scales. Fit them to your purpose, and seek a worthier fate for us all.
Yo, we got a fucking dragon-plated boat. We got a dragon-plated boat.
To find someone else so
What's a
familiar with the unique properties of dragon scales. So I invited myself.
Hey, you know, you're cool. Like,
Fuck me, this is so unbelievable. I've gone right back round to believing it again. Forget a 6% gain in efficiency. With all these goodies, we could get 7, no, 10, no, 14 bleeding percent. Think of how far we could go. What we could do with that much power. What we could blow up.
what we could blow up.
If Kokol is duly convinced, then it must be true. In which case, the Scion's end of the bargain has been fulfilled. Would you not agree?
Yep. Time to fulfill our end of the bargain. Cheating little shit.
Yes, Father?
I hate you.
I know not what you seek of Hydaelyn, nor for what purpose you would take command of our ship. Yet this much is certain. To do so will be to dictate the fate of this star and the lives upon it. The lives of each and every creature, in their magnitude and their fragility. Do you understand? And are you prepared?
We'll look around you. Have
We
they felt yet?
seen, and we have felt how much each life shapes this world. And so we are determined to abandon none. We understand what is at stake, and we are prepared to bear this burden.
Then I will bear it with you.
Aww.
I beg you, share your struggles with me. As family.
The reunion! They're in the will! They're in the will! They're in the will.
You grasped my fingers with such tiny hands the day you were born. I thought my heart might burst. 'Twas love and happiness beyond expression. Overwhelming, and a conviction so powerful that I trembled with something close to rage. I had heard the final days foretold. I swore to myself then and there that I would not let them steal your futures. The great exodus would succeed, must succeed. No sacrifice or sin was worse than the alternative. If anything gave me pause, 'twas mine own father. The Archon Louisois openly decried Charlian's policies, a perspective which I regarded with increasing disdain as I grew older. Yet even as part of me thought him a fool, perhaps I also hoped that he, of all people, would devise a brilliant means to save my children. A naive hope, but stubborn enough that I could never bring myself to keep you apart. No, that was his doing, when he perished at Cartano. As we pulled that twisted slab of Dalamud from the sea, I remembered the warmth of your newborn touch. Chastened, I vowed never again to suffer any interference in my mission to protect you. No matter that you yourselves wished otherwise. Detest me, fight me tooth and nail, I would suffer it, and more, and be satisfied so long as I could force you onto the ship. I was wrong. You two have grown so much stronger and so much wiser than I dared dream.
You're damn right.
You have earned the right to walk your own path, and already begun to do so.
Good. Because there are things we care about, and people we love, and none of them is replaceable. Not a one.
it cannot have been an easy journey for you to have come so far.
We shall be glad to acquaint you with the finer details someday, once this danger has passed. All that we have seen and heard, that we have felt and learned in our travels. Ours is not a kind world, but it is beautiful. Always.
Oh no. Are you quite sure that's wise? After all, someone turns pale and flees the room when he sees so much as an envelope containing word of your adventures. Whatever will happen if he learns what you were really up to?
Don't you patronize me, woman? I'll teach you to spend my money. Give it to my goddamn kids. You're out of the will. You're next. Go prove yourself. Go conquer the world. Find yourself a Chad warrior of light.
Though I have wronged my children most gravely, I owe you an apology as well.
Damn straight. I want your
assume
thigh
that it was the
tattooed with my
Scion's
name.
influence that made them so keen to charge headlong into danger. Yours, in particular. I see now that said influence instead brought them together with the many fine people gathered here today. In which case, I hope you continue to guide them.
If we've finished loitering about the harbour, might I suggest we put our plans into motion? People are beginning to look confused.
Yeah, I was gonna say that was a long ass
Perhaps
fucking
you can
speech.
spare a few words ere they resume the tedious lugging of cargo. You have no small number of friends and admirers here, after all.
Let's save the planet. Wow, Captain Planet. Can I get a Captain Planet? Woo! Captain motherfucking Planet. Woo! Dun, dun, dun. Our moment of triumph is close at hand. Sid was like, yeah, what did he say, Captain Planet?
Your assistance is appreciated. Now, in an orderly fashion, if you please.
Yeah, Captain Planet. All right. She got off now. We finally managed to clear the harbor, which means the rest is in the engineer's capable hands. Meanwhile, Father has issued us an invitation. As was agreed, he will reveal the means by which Hydaelyn may be contacted. We are to meet him at Aphora when we're ready. Given the vital knowledge he holds, I suggest we leave without delay. It transpires, however, that the forum's method for speaking with her is not without risks. I am curious to hear what those might entail, but regardless, be warned. Most of those who arrived with the adamantium have offered to stay and see to any remaining tasks that need doing. Forum has already asked for my assistance in overseeing the process, so you needn't worry about a thing. We can talk to her. Off to Aphora then. Yeah, let's go speak to Dad. Woo! Woo! Going to speak to Dad. Woo! Captain Planet! Captain fucking Planet! Woo! We love Captain Planet! Alright, for now. What you got? Though I have already shown the others inside. I want to speak with Claraline? Clarine? I don't know. She has the key to the lift. Can send you down after me. Deeper. Oh, we're going deeper. Deeper, you say. Here with Master Horsena. Yes. Just step inside the lift here. Okay. At lower levels. Oh, what is it? Oh, it's not. Oh, it's just. Okay. What do you got? From here, we proceed to the heart of Labyrinthius, its most closely guarded secret. It's amazing. It's amazing. It's amazing. It marks the beginning and end of our efforts as we delve to seek audience with the star, whence we will embark on our journey to the heavens. This way, if you please. It's amazing. Yes, I'm on my way. Oh, there it is, dude. There it is. We can finally see the finished product of the map. Almost. Find up here. Woo! Mr. Eisenhower, break down this door. I saw a ship. I'm just like, it's just a wooden boat. Hold up. Wait a minute. Ooh. That ain't a little tiny ship. That's a star cruiser right there. Damn. That's a fucking star destroyer. Oh, damn. Oh, damn. I'm down. I bid you welcome. That's amazing. Direct your attention toward its center to behold the ark. Fuck. Behold the ark over which we have long labored. As you can see, it was designed as a medium-sized craft, the better to reduce fuel consumption. Miniaturizing magics have been applied to its interior to ensure the thrust-to-weight ratio does not place too great limitation on its freight capacity. The afterburner, as you know, has been removed for further modification. We shall reattach it soon enough. I received word that Cockle and several of your allies are working on it with intense fervor. They are sure to see it done. It was their expertise that many a prior disaster was averted. If anything, I fear they will not afford us much time for speaking with Highland ere they finish. Point taken. Let's move on. I must warn you again, however, that even the benefit of our device to treat with her is not a simple feat. Bum, 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 bum. I've done what I can to impress upon you the gravity of what lies ahead. Are you prepared? 89. 89. What we gotta do? Ooh, it's just a short bit away. Sweet justice. But I have insufficient armory. I have insufficient Vespine gas. Oh my god. What can I get rid of? Fuck out. Where's that? That descent. Yep, there it is, dude. Get out. I don't need you. Yeah, I don't need that anymore. Get out, dude. Descent. I don't do descent anymore. Fine, get the fuck out. Oh, you. Oh, I know what you are. I don't need that anymore either. Okay, we chilling. Alright. Alright. Okay, so I was gonna finish tonight, but I don't think I am. I think I'm gonna save 89 and 90 for tomorrow. Because I still have to get up in like 5 hours or so, and I'm pretty certain the next like 89 to 90 is actually gonna take me that long. So I played like 12, 14 hours a day. A fucking bit. It's okay. Let's finish tomorrow. yeah, done with that. Yep. Tomorrow we'll tackle the rest of the 89 quests, Fist of 90. Fucking credits are going to take an hour by themselves anyway. And then, yeah, with that, it's a post game. So yeah. Thanks for watching, guys. See you next time. Peace.